Hi everyone, my name is Ehsan, and in this video I'm going to show you how to choose the right keyword for your research paper. And if we go through the list of the videos that I have created so far, this is video number 18. Here I'm showing a research paper structure, and as we have discussed before, the keyword might be optional for some journals. But the key here is the keyword is going to help you to find a research paper, and sometimes they show the keywords in the paper, and sometimes it's something behind the scenes, something embedded into the metadata of that journal or that paper that makes the discovery possible for that specific paper that you have worked on. But the whole point for choosing the right title and abstract and the keyword, so we talked about the title and abstract in the two previous videos, but this one is the keyword. So these three parts are important because the potential reader, when they search, they are going to search into these three parts to find your paper. So if you put some effort to make it nice, then it helps people to find your paper and potentially read it and cite your paper, and your citation goes up. Something that people want, right? That's one of the goals. So here it's just all about putting yourself into the shoes of a potential reader and think of what do you want to have in your keyword. Here I'm showing you an advanced search for ScienceDirect, and as you can see, the title, abstract, and the keyword are all in one box. So if you search something, it's gonna search through everything. I haven't seen one example that specifically looks for the keyword, and that's why I personally think that the keyword should be something different than what you put in the title and abstract. Because if you do that, you just repeat yourself and you miss the chance to use some words that you couldn't use into your title or abstract. So here I'm going to show you the process that I go through. I usually search for like some websites that show you the words that I have used in my research paper more than the others, and it's going to rank them based on the number of the times that I have used that specific word. And the way that I do it is by searching on Google Free Word Cloud Generator, and these websites, what they do, they get your text and they are going to tell you which word you have used the most. So this is the whole point of it. So you can use any of them. I don't have any preference, so I'm going to show you one of them here. They all work the same. So here I'm going to the wordart.com. So here, if I click on the import, I can copy paste my text here and then hit visualize, and it's gonna show me which word that I have used the most. In this case, the scheme 27 times, allele 25, and so on and so forth. So you can see which word I have used the most, right? Then there is a thinking process here. So you can't just take a scheme and use that as one of your keyword, right? So that's like nonsense. A scheme is a scheme. So what I do, I'm gonna put the title, the abstract, and this website that I have used, and go through them one by one. So a scheme, as you know, doesn't make sense to use that. Then allele, I'm not going to use it because I already have them in my abstract, so I'm going to avoid that. Rearrangement, same thing, I have it in my abstract. Cope, the same thing. Article, doesn't make sense to use that. And then a Nuvonagle, again, I have it in my abstract, I'm not going to use that. The same thing for adducts. So as you can see, I'm going through the list one by one. If I have it in my title or abstract, I'm not going to use it. Or sometimes it doesn't make sense to use like a group or a scheme and other words. So I'm going to go through these. I'm not going to waste your time. And then until I find something interesting. So in this case, the temperature. And I have done this research. I know I already have the room temperature, but I'm going to think of other ways that people might search to find a paper. I know I have done this reaction at room temperature, but some people might Google low temperature or search low temperature. So what I do to prove that, I go to the ACS publication and search for low temperature, and I find, all right, nothing hit here. Then I will go to the Google Scholar or any other search engine that you have for, we discussed this before, and I think it was one of the videos that we talked about before. So I'm going to go to the Google Scholar and search over there, and I'm going to see the first hit is low temperature synthesis. And this is one of the keywords that I'm going to use because people have searched for that, and I want that people that search that to find my research paper because it's relevant. So I'm going to take that as one of my keyword. I'm going to try it in the ScienceDirect, and I see whether people have used it over there as well. So this is just the thinking process that I go through. So I'm going to use that low temperature synthesis as one of the keywords. And the next word is deconjugative. I do not have that in my title or abstract, so I'm going to do some sort of research. So I'm going to go to the ScienceDirect, search for deconjugative, and I see deconjugative alkylation, and I have done this research, and I know in my case it's not alkylation, it's allylation. So I'm going to use that as one of my keywords. And the next one is chalcone, that I have used that a lot during this research. Is one of the compounds that I started to do this kind of reactions, and I don't have it in my title or abstract, so this is another one that I'm going to use for my keyword. So these are the three keywords that I'm going to for sure use for my research paper, and here I just wanted to show you the process that I go through to choose the right keyword for my paper. And last tip, if you know which journal you're going to submit your paper, read the guide for authors because they might have some specific guidelines for the keyword, so you're not going to miss that. This is the end of this video. In the next video, I'm going to talk about graphical abstract for your research paper. See you in the next one.